Hello, all of you lovely Dancing with the Stars friends. I apologize first and foremost for no video right after the show last night. I'm going to be really transparent and really honest with you all. I was exhausted. Number one, time change happened. Even though we got an extra hour of sleep, I'm still very thrown off. Number two, I'm just really tired. Is anybody else just tired come this time of year? That's me. Anyway, little update. I did take notes. I did watch the show last night. I will be doing a live video Thursday night starting at about 7:50 Eastern time if you want to join me. Bachelorette starts at 8. I'm going to be having a friend, a special guest, come along with me for the live video. So if anybody is watching Bachelorette and wants to watch it with me and watch it with us, should I say, please come join us. It's going to be a party. Apparently there's going to be a lot of drama. So there's an announcement. Another thing, per usual, subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget, I would love to have you follow me along on Dancing with the Stars Bachelorette. I'm adding some new things this weekend. I'm actually going to cook something for you all. I'm not sure yet what that will be. I might do a story poll to kind of see what you all would like to learn. So be watching out for that later on in the week. Follow me on Instagram so that you will catch that story, catch that poll, so that you can put your opinion into what you want to see on that cooking video. Hit the notification bell on YouTube so that you can get notifications for when all of my videos go up. So you can follow me along on all of these journeys I'm going on. I would love to have you. And again, please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. After all of that, Dancing with the Stars Week 8. There was a big announcement this episode about Jeannie, and I'm very, very, very sad, but I will get into that, later on when they actually had the story come up. But I'm sure, as all of you've heard from, now, is that she is out of the competition indefinitely. She will not be dancing anymore, bless her heart. I'm just going to get right into it. I had a little tidbit to speak about Tyra, but I'm just going to refrain from that. You all know how I feel at this point. I won't say anything else. This week on Dancing with the Stars, they did 2 dances. So they did their solo dance, just each star with their partner. And then for the second round of dances was what they called a relay round. And each judge had a group of people to dance a certain type of dance. And then the judges got to award them bonus points according to how they thought that they did in their dance. So we'll get to that later, but we will start out with their solo dances at first. So Caitlin and Artem started out the show, and they did a jive. And honestly, it was very cute. It was the cutest. But Carrie Ann has really, put her foot down for Caitlin, and I've seen a lot of people talking about how hard she is on her, and she never says anything good to her. I would have to agree, but unfortunately that's just kind of how the world works. So I thought she did great. I enjoyed watching her, but I do think, as I said, I think last week, she started out with a bang, and now she's kind of hit a plateau, and so everybody else is kind of surpassing her at this point. So she's really, really got to have a breakout wow week, or she's not going to get as far as I feel like she deserves. Neve and Jenna were next, and they did a Viennese waltz. And, well, we all know that Rachel loves a Viennese waltz. We love it over here. So they did that, and I thought they had already done a Viennese waltz. No, I guess not. I mean, obviously, if they're doing it again, they haven't done it. I was living for it. Clearly, I am a Neve and Jenna fan. Neve, honestly, may even be surpassing AJ at this point. Holy crap. He is so good, y'all. I cannot say enough good things about Neve. Justina and Sasha were next, and they did a samba, and this girl looked good. She was in her element, her outfit, her whole persona, everything was just very Justina. And I loved it. I loved watching her. She did so good. She did so good. She will be there until the end. She will be one of the ones that is there until the end. Nelly and Daniela did a rumba. Now, I believe that Nelly is progressively getting better. Do I think he's the best? Absolutely not. Do I enjoy watching him dance? 100%. He has grown. He has gotten better. He's doing freaking spectacular. I do think last night he was in his head a lot, though, because they showed the package about his sister, and it was his birthday, sadly, and he just wasn't really himself. He didn't seem like he was himself like he had been being for the last couple of weeks. It was almost like he reverted back to the Nelly that just started, that really didn't want to be there. So I was really sad to see that, but hopefully next week it'll be better. He'll have a jolt of energy and everything will be fine. Chrishell and Gleb were next, and they also did a Viennese waltz, and I've never been the biggest fan of her dancing. She's very much a light. Her personality is very positive, and she's very like outgoing and wonderful, and so I don't have a problem necessarily with her. Obviously, I don't know her. I can't have a problem with her, but I just haven't really been the biggest fan of her dances and how she's been doing in the competition. So this didn't really impress me very much, even though it was a Viennese waltz. I didn't really care for it. Sky and Alan were next, and they did a salsa. And this girl has really turned herself around. She was fabulous. Her facial expressions were there. Her moves were there. Her dancing's there. Honestly, I'm not a judge, but her toes was pointing all over the place. Like, I visually and vividly could see these things. And the dance was great. I was proud of her. Clearly, again, I think Alan's going to shoot her ass right on out of the ballroom into the parking lot. But, you know, we may see that one day. But I'm very much on her train. I really had fun watching her. Johnny and Britt were next, and they did a foxtrot. And please don't go back and watch any of my other videos so that you can tell me, girl, you was hating on him, because he has really grown on me. He is such a light. Oh my God. And his dancing is so lovely. And I think that he and Britt have really discovered how to maneuver and dance with one another that complement each other. Because I feel like maybe that was a challenge at first, because, you know, ice skating and the movements of ice skating is very similar to dance. And so I feel like maybe that was a challenge for them to kind of figure out their own personal roles within the dance. So I think over time it has really blossomed, and they're really great. He's really great, and I really like him. Okay, I'm done. So then Jeannie's story was next about what happened with her. So I saw it first on Instagram yesterday that she was dropping out of the competition. And of course my heart sunk, because she has been one of my favorite people to watch, because she's just so lovely. And so apparently what happened is she has this condition that she thought she had a sore throat, and then she went to the doctor and she had to have emergency surgery because her throat was essentially closing up. And so she couldn't breathe. The girl couldn't breathe. You can't breathe, you can't dance. If you can't breathe, you can't live. So, I mean, she had to do what she had to do for herself. And I'm just very sad. I am. And then, of course, Tyra done gone, and she just made me cry talking about her. And I was like, oh, God, okay. So I had all the tears, because I just get really emotionally invested in these people. So, whatever. But anyways, I am wishing her a very speedy recovery. I hope that she is okay and well and lovely and wonderful. We moved on after that to the last dance of the night, which was AJ and Cheryl. They did a rumba, and oh, his package and what he talked about his addiction and with alcohol and drugs and things like that. With him, it just kind of hits home for me, because I have always been such a big fan of the Backstreet Boys, and I've always really followed them and kind of really been involved in listening to their music and stuff. And so when he said that he first tried cocaine on the Call music video, I was just like, I knew that he had like a drinking problem, and I knew that he had a drug problem, but I didn't realize that it started like that. And it was just on something that brought everybody else so much joy, was bringing him so much heartache, you know, and it just kind of went forth throughout his entire life. And now he has a family, and at least now he's able to put himself and his family first. And so I'm just really, it was a really good story and a really good thing to hear. But it was also heartbreaking. But his dance was lovely. I thought the power behind it, he really put forth his effort, and I think it really shined. Carrie Ann, though, she was really kind of being a brat. I mean, she's not my favorite judge. She never has been. But she was kind of being a brat last night. So I was like kind of over her, whatever. So that brought out the first round of dances. So then we're going to get into our relay portion. And so there were 3 groups of 3, essentially. And this was before Jeannie had to step out. So the first group of relay dancers, they were dancing the cha-cha, and they were judged by Carrie Ann. So the 3 were Neve, Chrishell, and Nellie. So what would happen is they're going to dance, and they each took 3 parts of a certain song, and they danced a cha-cha. So by the end, Carrie Ann gave her critiques, and she gave them bonus points. So Neve did spectacular. Chrishell was a no for me, and Nellie was still in his head, and he just really had a lot of missteps, and he just was very off, very upset. But nevertheless, Neve got 3 bonus points. Both Chrishell and Nellie got 2 each, and that was added to their final scores of what the judges gave them before. So Derek was the next judge to judge the next group of people. This had Justina, Johnny, and it also had Jeannie until she had to drop out. So basically, this was a Justina versus Johnny thing. And when anything is versus either couple, you know it's going to be good. They all want to be good. They did a Viennese waltz for their dance, and Justina was just lovely as always. And honestly, Johnny blew her out of the water. I was so very shocked and very pleased and very surprised. So Derek gave Justina 2 points and Johnny 3 points. They could be judged anywhere between 1 to 3 points. So then the next ones were judged by Bruno. AJ, Caitlin, and Sky were all in that. And I just now noticed in my notes I didn't put down how many bonus points these groups got. So missed it. Sorry, by this time I was literally falling asleep. Bruno's groups of people did a samba, and AJ, freaking spectacular. I mean, what else can you say? Caitlin's, hers was really good, but she's just really on a plateau, and I wish she would have a breakout. And Sky, she was just the cutest. She has just really come into her own, and I think she's more confident. But we get to the bottom 2, and Sky and Alan and Chrishell and Gleb are our bottom 2 this week. And honestly, everyone chose to save Sky. Carrie Ann was first, Bruno was next, and just for shits and giggles, they asked Derek, who would you have saved? And he also said Sky. So Chrishell and Gleb were eliminated last night on Dancing with the Stars, which at this point, rightfully so. There are a lot of people that are better than her. There are a lot of people that are pretty much on the same playing field as her. So I really think that they'll probably be going soon. I was able to vote real time last night, so I was really proud of myself now that I'm able to watch live TV. But anyway, that is my recap on Dancing with the Stars week 8. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing. Give me some suggestions. I'm up for whatever. Now that Big Brother's over, I got all the time in the world. Hit the notification bell so that you get a ring or an email or a notification every time I put up a new video. Don't forget to look out on my Instagram stories. My Instagram is @ActuallyRach. Don't forget to look out on the stories for some polls about some things that I may want to cook. See what you guys want to see. I love the feedback. I need the feedback because that's the only way that I'm going to grow and continue to engage and hopefully have you guys enjoy my videos. So again, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you guys again next week for Dancing with the Stars recap. And if you want to join my live Bachelorette video and recap and chit chat and whatever else it may be on Thursday, join me at 7:50 because the show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I am really looking forward to it, to doing something new, something different. So please, please, please come and join me if you'd like. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.